Kenya yangu, ngao yangu, na upinga ufisadi, bongo mbaya.
Wow. It's so enjoyable out here. I can't believe 1 week it's over. 1 more to go. You remember Madrid, the way I got blisters all over my body? Ben?
Excuse. Hello. Yes. Darling?
Yes.
I have to go back home tomorrow.
Oh no, why?
Business.
Can't it wait? The kids love it out here.
But you can't remain with the kids. You have to go.
Lynette?
Yes?
Come. Where's your brother?
I don't know.
We need to start packing.
You're going back home.
Yes.
And you can't remain with your mom and Cliff. I have to go.
I'd rather go with you.
Children of madness.
Whoa, is it not lovely here? Wish you could stay on another week.
We are going back home tomorrow.
You can have a short one next school vacation. Just choose a destination.
Hawaii.
How about Las Vegas?
Las Vegas. And you?
To me, it's Lamu or Mahe Islands.
Mahe Island? Where on earth is Mahe Island?
Very important. This one too. Yes. Thank you. Mr. Kuti. I have something small here for you. Please, small here. I need your signature.
Leave them with me. I'll sort it out.
Sir.
Okay.
I'll be waiting for them.
All right.
You can see the manholes. The three of them. No, we don't want to interfere with the parking.
You're parking.
Hiyo ni parking. Okay. Then kuna ile elimu ulikuwa unaniambia.
Na ni kubwa vizuri.
Sana.
Can you see it?
Sir. Yes, come in.
Yes, Bwana Ben. Kuchora?
Dick.
Yes, Dick Makasi. Wenzangu. Bwana Marangi, Bwana Makali from the Eacc. Yes, you are under arrest for engaging in corruption activities.
Nini naendelea hapa?
Mimi hata sielewi.
Wapi pesa?
Pesa gani?
You know what money?
Me I don't know what you are talking about.
Unaelewa wapi pesa? Tafuta briefcase nyeusi Pekua kila mahali mpaka uipate.
Hapana, ngoja. Iko wapi warrant of arrest?
Wacha kumshika.
Cooperate bwana.
Ni sawa, fanya hivi.
Nini?
It is behind the dressing mirror.
Cooperate.
Wapatie tu.
Fuata yeye.
Wapatie.
Fanya kazi yetu iwe rahisi.
Wapatie.
Tafuta kila mahali, pekua kabisa.
Sasa naona nishikia.
Nilikwambia utapatika. Relax. Ngoja tafuta tu.
Dick, wewe.
Niko kazini.
You.
Aya, twende. Officer.
Twende
bana.
Hey.
All rise. Case number ACC/20/2019. Republic versus Ben Kuchora. Ben Kuchora, you are hereby charged with the following offenses under the Anti-Corruption and Economic Crimes Act, that is Assessor, and the Penal Code. In count 1, you corruptly soliciting for a benefit contrary to section 39(3)(a) as read with section 48(1) of Assessor. This means you asked for money from people in order to help them commit acts of corruption. Specifically, you asked corrupt people to pay you so you can transfer unsuspecting citizens' land to them. Count 2 charges you with abuse of office contrary to section 46 as read with section 48(1) of Assessor. This means you are given an opportunity to serve the public, but you ended up scheming how you could benefit alone. Chapter 6 of the Constitution requires you to be a person of integrity, but you have behaved in a very shameful manner. Count 3 charges you with making a false document contrary to section 347(a) of the Penal Code. Accused, you have generated false title deeds, knowing very well you are stealing people's property through fake documents. In count 4, you knowingly gave a false document contrary to section 41(2) as read with section 48(1) of Assessor. You prepared fake title deeds and handed them to your boss to sign so that somebody can acquire land illegally. You misused your position to help in stealing from innocent citizens. Count 5 charges you with breach of trust by a person employed to the public service contrary to section 127 of the Penal Code. You have been placed in a position of trust to safeguard people's property, yet you've used that position to steal from them. Do you plead guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
Defense counsel?
Thank you, Your Honor. I pray this court to grant my client bail, Your Honor.
Prosecution?
Yes, Your Honor. I pray that the accused be suspended from his workstation to stop him from interfering with the evidence.
Yes.
And also, he also deserves a bail, which is large enough to make it painful to lose in case he takes a flight.
Objection, Your Honor. My client cannot interfere with evidence. The prosecution have had enough time to gather evidence. And again, my client, Your Honor, is not a flight risk. All his businesses and his family are based here.
The accused is hereby granted bail of 10 million shillings and a surety of the same amount. He is also suspended from carrying out any official duties until this case is heard and determined. The case will be mentioned on 20th September 2019 at 9 a.m. The hearing date is 5th of October 2019, commencing at 9 a.m. Court adjourned.
Please tell us your name and where you work.
My name is Lisa Kidude, and I work at the Lands Ministry.
And what work do you do, Ms. Kidude?
I am a clerk. I record, update, and store information in the computer.
Do you know the accused?
Yes, Your Honor. We work in the same registry section.
As a what?
He's a clerical officer. He gathers information and gives it to me to put it in the computer.
Does he tell you anything to do?
Yes, Your Honor. He tells me to change or update information and put it to the computer.
What kind of documents does he ask you to search for?
Mostly land ownership title deeds.
So what do you then do with the documents once you get it?
I follow his instructions. He wants me to change or add information to the land ownership to reflect the new ones.
And do you always get the information that the accused asks you to get?
No, Your Honor, because there are so many files or documents that have not been digitalized.
Has the accused ever given you this to update?
Yes, Your Honor, all of them.
And?
I only updated 2. The rest have not yet been put in the computer.
Ms. Kidude, what did you do with the 2, with regard with the 2 that you worked with?
Mr. Kuchora, the accused, asked me to change names of land ownership to reflect the new ones.
Thank you so much, Ms. Kidude. That is all, Your Honor.
Defense counsel?
Ms. Kidude, please, can you tell this court, do you know where the accused takes the information he asks from you?
Objection, Your Honor. Defense counsel is twisting facts. Ms. Kidude only gives information on request. She does not volunteer information.
Rephrase your question, counsel.
Much obliged, Your Honor. Ms. Kidude, tell us, do you know what the accused does with the information he asks from you?
No, Your Honor.
But why do you always do what he asks you to do? You could refuse, couldn't you?
No, Your Honor. He's my senior at the department. I cannot say no to him.
That will be all, Your Honor. No further questions?
Do you know the accused?
My name is Mr. Will Okuti. I work
I know him! Wait, isn't that Cliff's dad?
I work in the Ministry of Lands as a land registrar in the head office at RD House.
Mr. Okuti, how well do you know the accused?
Mr. Kuchora is a senior clerical officer in my department, that is the registry.
So what work does the accused carry out in the office?
Well, he does updating and of records. Basically, he deals with documents to do with ownership of property, that is title deeds and grants.
So what part does the accused play in issuing of the title deeds?
Well, he checks all the records, he checks all the documents that are in order and brings them to me to sign and approve.
And how do you ensure that the document you sign is a legitimate one, that it is not fake?
I personally peruse through the documents and ensure that everything is in order.
How efficient is your verification process?
Pretty efficient, but like I was saying, as long as all the documents are within the file.
Are you saying that one can fail to get?
Objections, Your Honor. The counsel is reading the witness.
Prosecutor, you must not suggest to the witness what to think or say.
I understand, Your Honor. I apologize. Mr. Okuti, what do you mean when you say, as long as I get all the documents in time?
You see, a file can be cannibalized. That meaning important documents can be removed from it, rendering it useless. Or, sometimes documents can be lost or the file lost altogether.
Why would this happen, Mr. Okuti?
You see, if an officer working in our registry wants to do something illegal,
this is how it is done. You first destroy the documents in the file and create something called temporary cover, or TC, which you then use to issue a new title and get new ownership of a proper parcel of land or whatever.
Go on.
You know, the owner finds himself out in the cold with ownership having been transferred to a new owner.
Mr. Okuti, have you encountered the situation you've just described at your place of work?
Yes, I have. For the 3 months I've been there, we've had almost around three cases, all initiated by the accused.
Did you sign the requests that were made by the accused?
Yes.
Why? You must have known that there's some illegality taking place.
Yes, I knew illegality was taking place, but you know, I recognized this, and I immediately got in touch with the officers of the Eacc, and together we made a plan.
So who are the beneficiaries of these evil deeds? Would you know?
Not by face. However, on occasion, the accused has prepared some of these documents for himself.
Mr. Okuti, take a look at this. Are they the 3 cases you mentioned earlier?
Yes, indeed. And in fact, he was transferring this to himself. Here is his signature.
So you mean if these documents were to be effected by the accused, he would own 1 acre of land like this in Eldoret, just like that?
Just like that, Your Honor.
Of course, all this is a mistake. A mistake.
They say he steals the people's land. Ama?
If he's a critical officer, where does he get all of this money? He uses to take him to all of these holidays that you always boast about.
And to bring you to a school like this one, Dad says it cost him 70k per month to keep me here, and he's a manager, not a teller in a bank.
Mr. Okuti, would you know how much the clients paid the accused corruptly?
Objections, Your Honor. The counsel has already concluded that the accused is guilty.
I withdraw and I apologize, Your Honor.
Mr. Okuti, can you tell the court, when did you realize that the accused was presenting questionable documents for you to sign?
When he presented the very first TC, you see, every TC is suspect and is very easily abused.
And where were you before you were transferred to Nairobi?
In Mombasa.
And did you notice similar cases like the one you are uncovering now in this station?
Yes, but not that many.
Well, Mr. Okuti, I put it to you that you are on a revenge mission, that you came to this new station with a reason only known to you that you want the accused to be sacked or jailed.
No. I came I was transferred here normally, on normal rotation.
And do you know Wendy Kuchora?
Yes, I do.
As what? Or who is she?
She is the wife of the accused.
And has she ever worked under you anywhere?
Yes, in Mombasa.
As what?
As my secretary.
Your Honor, I don't see how this line of questioning...
But all I want to show is that the witness here is on a revenge mission. That he wants to get to the accused just because the wife did not refuse to his sexual advances when she worked under him.
Counsel, confine your questions, or rather confine yourself to questions that have material backing.
But Your Honor, I am ready to call the...
Order, Counsel. I will not have you show contempt for my ruling. In any case, it is not the witness who is on trial here. Are you through with the witness?
That will be all, Your Honor.
Any re-examination, prosecution?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Okuti, why are you so committed to give this evidence? Do you have any personal motive?
None at all. I am just following my ministry's mission, which is to get rid of all corrupt individuals. And I also want to lend my support to the Eacc and the President in the fight against corruption.
Thank you so much, Mr. Okuti. No further questions, Your Honor.
I am a lead investigating officer at the Eacc, and Your Honor, we got interested in the accused case 3 years ago when a client came in and complained that he wanted to take over some of her properties. We did a check, but the documents seemed okay, but we still had an eye on him.
Yes, go on, Mr. Makasi.
Yes, we've been doing an audit of his lifestyle audit, and what we found is very interesting.
Please, share with this court your findings, Mr. Makasi.
The accused owns a palatial home in a high-end estate in the outskirts of the city. He owns 5 top-of-the-range cars worth millions of shillings. He owns properties practically in every county in this country, mostly land and housing estates worth millions of shillings. The accused takes his 2 children to a high-end private school where he pays $140,000 per month. And the children are driven to school every day. Your Honor, the accused takes his family to exotic destinations for holidays like Madrid, Hawaii, France, and closer home to Egypt and Seychelles. Trips to the Kenyan coast are wicked affairs. Your Honor, the accused has 4 employees who he pays $100,000 per month. To run his cars, he requires $150,000 per month. And then there is a hefty budget for his wife. Her weekly visit to the beauty and health sports costs him $100,000 per month. Your Honor, the accused dogs consume between $60,000 and $70,000 per month. He's also a member of an exclusive club where membership fee is $350,000 per month with an annual subscription fee of $80,000. His wife's membership to the club is $80,000 and an annual subscription fee of $30,000.
You've just described the lifestyle of a multi-millionaire. Where does he get all this money from? How much does he earn?
Objection, Your Honor. My learned friend here is fully aware that she cannot infringe on the accused personal constitutional right to personal dignity. She is trying to expose that how little my client earns.
How is that? I'm only trying to find out where he gets this money to run this princely lifestyle, Your Honor.
Objection overruled. Continue, witness.
Your Honor, the accused is a senior clerical officer at the Ministry of Land, where his gross salary is $88,000, and then he takes home about $70,000 per month.
That is barely enough to feed a dog.
Your Honor, the accused has a business that brings home around $600,000 per month, and then the accused has a side hustle, very creative.
What is that?
He sells title deeds to willing clients. Your Honor, with his employer, the ministry, we designed a plan that worked, and that's how he came here.
Yes, officer. How did the plan go?
Yes, bwana. I thought you've changed your mind. Unajua kupanga pesa hizi nyingi hivi. Kazi ngumu bwana.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Na wewe pia yako ndio hii.
Ah. No. Hey. It was a pleasure working with you.
Ngoja.
Confirm. Then Kuchara.
Boss.
It was a pleasure working with you. Nitakuletea biashara zingine nyingi.
Sawa.
Kazi yako ni safi kabisa. Sawa.
niambie mtu. Tuko fit.
That's how we got the accused arrested, Your Honor.
Is this the title deed the accused made for you?
It is, Your Honor.
Mr. Makasi, could you tell the court how much money was in this corrupt deal?
It was 20 million shillings, Your Honor.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Mr. Makasi, are you aware that you are being used by Mr. Okuti to accomplish his mission of revenge against the accused?
No, this is nothing like revenge. This is a clear case of a government officer who has made a deliberate decision to abuse office for his personal gain, not revenge.
I have listened to the evidence adduced through 3 witnesses. Each of the 3 witnesses has shown clearly, without doubt, that you accused dealt with them corruptly. You, Ben Kuchora, committed every one of the 5 counts you're charged with. You grossly abused your office and did immense injustice to the people you employed to serve. At every turn, you broke the trust bestowed upon you by your employer by not only oppressing those you were employed to serve by taking away their property, but also using a position of trust to amass wealth. You made false documents which you presented to your senior officer at work with the express intention of misusing him for your base and meaningless personal gratification. For I failed to get another appropriate description of what you do. You have only one body, but you want to own everything, and in plural. You traded with people's property and lives with gay abandon, raking in millions at a time. And for all that, the only act of compassion you can show is to your wife, children, and dogs. Dogs! Do you know there are places in this country where people are eating dogs while you use 70,000 shillings to fatten yours? What kind of children have you brought up, I wonder? What kind of a wife? Are they people who would value another human being or dogs just worshippers of material wealth and bodily pleasures? You, Ben Kuchora, have become a man-eater, grabbing and devouring your carefully selected prey every time you get the urge. Do you ever dream about those people whose land and other property you grab so casually? This court finds you guilty as charged. To ensure you don't continue to enjoy those fruits of corruption you so much adore, I sentence you to 25 years in prison. Secondly, this court orders seizure of all properties you have acquired through corruption as assets to be recovered by the state and employed for the common good of its citizens. This includes your businesses, bank accounts, bonds, and securities. Thirdly, that an audit be carried out on the false title deeds you have helped to create over time. Those titles be revoked and the genuine ones restored to the rightful owners. You have a right to appeal this court's ruling within 14 days of this ruling. Orders accordingly. Court adjourned.
zote, ufisadi uishe.